You are existence. You are the source of existence. The body and the mind borrow their existence from you. So if you believe that you are aware only because you are in the body and the mind, or even worse, that you are alive only because you're in the body and the mind, then you believe you fundamentally don't exist. Because in order to exist, you have to be standalone. You cannot be limited to anything. So if you believe you are limited to something like the body and the mind, which come and go, are born and die, you believe that you are lesser than something that doesn't exist. What do you think would happen to yourself or your experience if you believed you were something that doesn't exist? Well, you would create fear. Fear is the experience of non-existence. Fear is the belief that you do not fundamentally exist, and it's the focusing of that belief. Every time you feel fear, it is the belief in pure non-existence, the experience of non-existence. That's what we're creating for ourselves. That's why people are living in fear. That's why people do anything it takes to find happiness, because happiness is the realization of our true life, even if it's an unconscious one. So everyone's seeking for happiness because everyone's trying to remove this belief that they don't exist, because they do exist. They fundamentally exist. The essence of all beings is one being, and that one being is the source of existence. So if we then believe that we are limited to this individual experience, we will create the experience of non-existence, and that the experience of non-existence is a special experience. It's the fact of, I am so existing that I can't not exist. So the best thing I would do by that belief is create the only experience of my non-existence, where I'm existing, but living as though I do not. And living an expression as though I do not, which is a life filled with fear, suffering, anxiety. So when we realize that the one that is alive is not limited to the body and the mind, and in fact, infinite, not limited to anything finite, then we realize that we are infinite, and therefore we remove this belief in separation, and therefore we find freedom.